Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winter show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Guys, we have an amazing show today. I am so excited about today.
I am too.
You know, we always have a great Monday because we kick it off with two of the best guys in the history of this business. But we have a very special guest joining us, and it's become an even more special show to kick off the week. So without any further ado, let's bring on our guest. First, we've got the Iceman himself, the body, Mr. Jesse Schule. We've got a pioneer of the sports betting industry and probably the best-looking guy in sports betting today, Mr. Ross Benjamin. And making his first family debut, a new kid on the block, to Sports Memo. We're very excited to have him. We're very, very, very excited to have him. Moneyline Matt. Good morning, Jesse. How are you today?
Good morning, guys.
Doing pretty good. I'm coming off of a pretty big weekend. Pretty fired up for Monday morning.
If I'm not mistaken, you went 8-0 over the weekend. Is that correct?
Doesn't get any better than perfect, does it, Joe?
You got to love you, Jesse, and you've been doing that for years.
Amazing.
How about a pioneer of the sports betting industry and one of my favorite people on the planet, Ross Benjamin? How was your weekend, Ross?
Hey, you know what, Joe? The NFL preseason, people say you can't make money. Baloney. I think you and Dionne are doing well with the NFL preseason too, right?
Yes, sir.
4-0. Jesse's got to be doing well if he went 8-0 over the weekend. 4-0 to start the NFL preseason. Going back to last season at Sports Memo, 12-2 with my last 14 in the NFL preseason.
Now, Ross, I got to tell you, you know, back in the day, people that bet preseason football were a little nuts. But then again, we didn't have the information that we have at our fingertips today. But there is gold in them dar hills. You know, we always say that. Just like in the regular season, guys, you pick your spots. You don't have to bet every game on the board, every game because it's on television. But Ross is doing great. Jesse's doing great. Dionne is 3-0. I'm 4-0 in preseason. We're having a lot of fun. Guys, our newest guest, Moneyline Matt, we're going to get into getting to know your new handicapper segment in a minute with Matt. But Matt, good morning. Welcome to the First Family.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to get into everything with you guys.
We're happy to have you. I'll tell you what is pissing me off. He's good looking. Why can't we ever bring in any ugly guys? We got Jesse, we got Ross, we got me. This is like a dating site. It's great.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. My wife just said she'd choose me, but if I died, she'd marry Ross in 2 seconds. Trust me.
Well, actually, he is my second husband.
Yeah, that's flattering, Dionne. Thank you.
We are going to get into a little bit of Matt's background and stuff like that in a few minutes, but we are happy to have you here, Matt. And for those of you out there who aren't familiar with Matt, like I said, he's going to give you a little background, but he is going to start posting plays, and he'll have plays over at Sports Memo today. And I got to tell you, I looked up this guy's old videos. I would say old. He looks like he's 17. This guy's archive videos. He does great work. He's amazing in the NFL. Great in the UFC and MMA. Correct?
Yep, UFC as well, and then I do some NBA too.
Great stuff. We're very excited to have you. We're honored and proud to have you here, Matt. So this will be quick and just like my wedding night. This will be quick and painless and a little enjoyable. Hi, baby.
Just a little enjoyable.
But before we get.
Jeez Louise.
It's been a long time, I don't remember. By the way, you know how I start every show, guys? Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. And for those of you who don't know, Dionne and I are together next week, the 25th.
25th.
22 years, I got to tell you. So I figured out on paper for you married guys that I could have committed 3 murders, pled guilty, and got out without any parole in the time I'm with Dionne. So happy anniversary, baby. It's those little lovely things that we tell each other. We had a good weekend. You know, we've had crappy weather here in Vegas
It's
for
been
like
horrible.
2 months.
We've had the worst weather in, what did they say? We've had the worst monsoon weather in 10 years out here. It's been horrible. Like every day, you don't know what to expect, and we're losing power, internet. Trees are being broken down. I mean, it's been horrible.
And for me personally, I don't care about the people without power. I don't care about.
Hey, you know what?
I want to be in the sun. You know, I'm Sicilian.
Yeah,
I want to be in the sun. What's that?
I'm sorry to hear about your bad weather. I really am. But being from Western New York, I can only be so empathetic to weather.
I can tell you this, Ross. You know, coming from New York myself 32 years ago when I first moved here, I had a whole closet full of winter coats that I didn't put on. And then after a while, your blood thins out, right? And then when it does get cold, you would think you were seeing Cher in concert. I'll change my coat 6 times in a day just so I can wear all my winter coats.
Well, that's the same thing growing up in Chicago, we had below what?
0.
20.
20
It
below.
was 20 below. It was horrible. And with the wind off of Lake Michigan, you froze your butts off.
Oh, yeah.
And then coming out here, people thought I was crazy. In the middle of December, I was wearing shorts. And people are like, what the hell are you wearing shorts for? I'm like, hey, this is warm compared to where we're from.
Exactly. I thought she was on the meth. That's all. Moneyline Matt. I can't believe I'm on the show. Anyway, sports fans, we had a nice weekend. We were supposed to go see our good friend Scott Carrot Top. Mm-hmm. We decided to stay home. Then we were supposed to go see Firehouse. We decided to stay home because we had some sunshine. So one day we went out by the pool just for a little while, threw some food on the grill. And then yesterday we did some landscaping, stuff like that. And we got a little sunshine, so I got to work on my tan. This is kind of pale for me, by the way. But we had a nice weekend. We got some great things upcoming. A few things we're excited about. First of all, my friends, we need your help. All right, guys, because of you, we hit the 5,000 subscriber milestone about a month and change ago over at the Sports Memo YouTube channel. But we have a new goal in mind, and we can't get there without your help. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers. We can't do it, so hit that subscribe button. I'm going to tell you now. Between maybe Thursday and Monday, there's going to be some announcements about the Sports Memo fall video show schedule, and we're going to revolutionize sports betting, so you don't want to miss any of that great content. Hit that subscribe button. A couple other things we're excited about this weekend, the 20th. The 20th over at the Westgate Superbook in the clubhouse. You can come out and meet all of your favorite Sports Memo and YouTube personalities. Everybody's going to be there. I'm going to tell you now, we're going to have a great time. The First Lady of Las Vegas and the host of Las Vegas will be there. We got some fun fluff for everybody. We got some chips with our faces on it. What's on the back? The best website on the planet, Sports Memo. So we're excited about that. Marco, Johnny D, everybody's going to be at Teddy Covers. Hakeem, Ski Profit, everybody will be there. All your favorite guys. You got to come out and meet us. We got some great events. We got some swag bag stuff. Just have some fun. Pick our brand because we want to meet you. We're excited to meet all of you who give us your support all year round. What else do we have to talk about? Is that about it?
Yeah, I have some discounts for everybody.
Tell them about the discounts, baby.
All right. Well, we do have the NFL preseason discount right now. It did drop down to $69. No code necessary for that. All you have to do is go over to the website. We also do have a 30-day all access for just $189. All you have to do is use code FF30 upon checkout. And you know what? Tomorrow?
Tell me about tomorrow, baby.
Tuesday is not only for Taco Tuesday, but it is also $2 Tuesday over at Sports Memo. My hubby at or near the top of the leaderboard in every sport, Joe D'Amico, along with Teddy Covers and making his $2 Tuesday debut, Moneyline Matt. So don't forget, check the site tomorrow, $2 Tuesday for $2 a piece for each of them, or you can get all three for one low price of just $5.
I'm telling you right now, guys, I am on a run with these 5 and 10 unit plays. Actually, I'm 13-0 in 2022 with my 10 unit plays. I think overall I've hit it out of the last 75 or 80. I think I know I'm definitely over 67, 68. I'm almost 70% in those. Guys, I've got a big play because it's going to be an NFL play. I'm already 4-0 in it. You're going to follow me all the way to the bank. Follow Teddy Covers. Follow Moneyline Matt. Because I'm going to tell you, he walk it like he talk it. We're happy to have him here. Before we give out some free plays, we got 5 big free winners for you guys that I got to tell you. Between NFL and MLB, your plate will be full. I got a couple of items I'm going to throw one to Ross Benjamin because, Ross knows shit. Ross forgot more than most people ever knew. And I want to ask him this. Ross, I'm a big Yankee fan. Most people love him or most people love to hate him. Well, either way. Yeah. But I will tell you this. The Yankees look a little fatigued right now. They got a starter on the bench. They got a position player on the bench. They got a reliever on the bench. Are they in trouble right now? Or are they still a shoo-in for the postseason?
I think people got a little carried away with their start. I said on a couple occasions that when they were like 35, 36 games over 500 early in the year that you can't keep up that pace. It's not like a roster that I looked at and said this is the second coming of the early 90s Yankees when they were winning World Series titles. I think they won a stretch where they won 3 out of 4. The lineup is not imposing other than the fact that, when you got Aaron Judge, who's having an MVP year, and let's not forget, Giancarlo Stanton has been on the shelf. And it's no mistake that it's not coincidental, I should say, that some of their struggles have happened, especially offensively, since he's been sidelined. And then you lose a key reliever in Michael King, who's out for the year. All of a sudden, your closer, Clay Holmes, isn't as dominating as he was and is struggling right now. And Aroldis Chapman, who knows what you're going to get from him on a night-to-night basis. So, and then losing Matt Carpenter, a very underrated loss right there. I mean, he's done nothing but hit since he's came in. So I would, I'm starting to see these Yankees prices come back a little bit, Joe. You know what I mean? You no longer have to lay a ton of juice if you're a Yankees better. But it doesn't shock me that this is occurring with everything that I just alluded to. Are they done? No. I mean, look, they're going to win that division. They're going to get a first round bye, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. How did they work? No, I'm sorry. They'll have to play a best of 3 in the first round, and they'll play it at home. So I wouldn't give up on the Yankees yet, but they need to get healthy. And then you need Clay Holmes to return to form. And you need Andrew Benintendi, who they traded for from Kansas City, to start hitting like he was with Kansas City. And as we know, Joey, some of these guys, and Joey Gallo is a perfect example, the bright lights of New York just swallow them up. So I'm hoping for Yankees' sake that Benintendi isn't one of those characters that ends up happening to.
They're a smart team too, and they're not going to start getting stressed out because they have such a big cushion in the AL East.
Yeah,
maybe they are waiting to make their move until everybody gets healthy, but they are showing a little, 110, 11, 12, 13 games in the rear view takes its toll on any team. Thank you, Ross. There's one more item I'd like to bring up before we give out today's free winners. Before the weekend, one of the biggest names in baseball tested positive, and I got to tell you, he's banned for 80 games. Tatis. I want to get Jesse Schule, who's always as entertaining as he is informative. Jesse, what's your take on this right now?
Well, I want to let you know it's a bit of a misunderstanding, you see. He was just taking some medication for ringworm, and it was, he didn't really mean anything by it. It was just a really bad case of worms, and he took the wrong pills, that's all.
There you go. That's a parasite.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, Joe, the last time I had ringworm is when I drank tequila.
I love it. You got to love that. You got to love it. Well, guys, it is Monday. We do like to do a little BS in the beginning of the show, but now let's start giving out some free winners. Without any further ado, a pioneer of the sports betting industry who's doing great work over at Sports Betting. Guys, I say it once, I'll say it again and again and again. Do something once, do it twice, you're lucky. Do it for decades, you're only Ross Benjamin. He's going to tell you what he's excited about on the premium side tonight and maybe over the next few days. And he's got another free winner for you. Ross, the floor is yours.
Let's get to the free winner first, Joey. The Tennessee Titans regular season win total is 9.5. And let's take a look at that. I find that a little bit strange considering the fact this is a Tennessee team that went 12-5 during the regular season a season ago and were the number 1 seed in the AFC. And now they're sitting here with just a total of 9.5. And boy, oh boy, I always trust the odds makers a heck of a lot more than anybody else in the sports betting business. Last year, like I said, 12-5. Since 2017, Tennessee has gone over the regular season win total in all 5 seasons. Yet in a 17-game slate, here they are, just 9.5. Strength of schedule. When you look at Tennessee's strength of schedule, and when I evaluate a team's strength of schedule, I do it 2 ways. Number one, I'll look at what their upcoming opponents for the 2022-2023 slate. I will add up all their win total projections, like Tennessee's is 9.5. All of their opponents, when combined, their win totals, they're number 12, Tennessee. That means they're playing the 12th toughest schedule, which is somewhere around middle of the pack. Yet again, they're just at 9.5 in a 17-game schedule. And then you look at the other way to look at things is you take all of their opponents in this upcoming schedule and you do a cumulative win percentage of what the records were last year. When you do that, Tennessee has an easy schedule, number 24. Again, I'm going to go back to what I just said before. I trust the odds makers much more than I do raw data. And when you see the odds makers setting this at 9.5 and the regular season win total being at number 12, which is a combined number that the odds makers made, not just the raw data of a win percentage, that tells me the odds makers are telling you that some of Tennessee's opponents this year are going to be much better than they were a season ago. So having said all that, you look at their non-division road schedule, Joey, at Buffalo on a Monday night, it will be the Bills home opener. At Kansas City, at Green Bay on a Thursday, they'll be playing with short rest and going on the road at Philadelphia and at the LA Chargers. And then their non-division home is no picnic as well. The defending AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals, a playoff team in the Las Vegas Raiders, a team that a lot of people are thinking is much improved in the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson now at quarterback, and then the Dallas Cowboys, who knows, but that's late in the year. I'm predicting their total to be, or their regular season win record to be 8-9. Therefore, I am going to go under the total of 9.5 with the Tennessee Titans for a regular season win projection. Also, check me out at sportsmemo.com. All you need to do is go to that experts section at the top of the page. You'll see a pull-down menu with all the great handicappers at Sports Memo. And my NFL preseason, as I alluded to before, I'm off to a 4-0 start, going back to last year, 12-2. And I'm documented since 2011 at an independent source, 66-46 with my NFL preseason picks, which is 59%. That's since 2011. And by my math, that can make you a lot of money. And also my 10 unit or 10% top plays, whatever way you want to deem them. Joey mentioned his flawless record. He's had of 13-0. I'm not quite as good, but I have gone 7-1 with my last 8 10% top plays, and I will have 2 more this month, so please keep an eye on it. Back to you, Joey.
Sports fans, I told you. I've seen guys come and go in this business, guys that, now with social media, you see them come and go faster. There's only one guy that's been around for as long as Ross and been winning, and that is Ross. And, we love to have him on this show. I know you love him because when you follow him, you make money. Go over to Sports Memo right after the show and follow Ross. I mean, you got these great customer appreciation discounts that are unrivaled. Sports Memo puts out stuff that no one else in the business puts out. You could follow Ross, whether it's on a short term or a long term, but I promise you, if it's a short term, you'll come back for more and you'll take that long term. Some of these early bird programs are going to go bye-bye in a few days. So take advantage of them. Follow Ross all the way to the bank. Now, guys, you know how Ross does it. He walking like he talking. He likes to get his games up around this time in the morning. Then he puts his bets in. And then he gets on a plane and he flies somewhere nice with a beach with all girls in bikinis. You know how he does it. Ross, as usual, you are amazing. And I love starting the week with you. And I wish you and your family nothing but health and happiness this week, and all your winners and all your games be big winners this week. And we appreciate you. And I know you got to take off, but we love you, Ross.
And then we'll see
Thank you, Joey. I appreciate it. Jesse, have a good week, and welcome aboard, Moneyline Matt. Knock him dead, my friend.
Thank you
I love your pick on the Tennessee under, Ross.
Thank you. That makes me feel a hell of a lot better when Big Jesse agrees with me.
I love it. I love it. Ross, have a great day. I know you got to take off. But we'll be promoting you again at the end of the show. God bless, buddy. Have a great week.
Have a great day.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
Guys, Ross Benjamin, I'm telling you right now, he's been doing it for years. I see guys come and go. He's been doing it for years, and that means wins, and he makes you money. Go follow him over at Sports Memo. You'll follow him all the way to the bank. So having said that, we're going to go to – and this is not an easy feat, especially with today's panel, the best-looking person on today's panel, the First Lady of Las Vegas, who is on leaderboards for MLB, WNBA, finished second in college football last year right here at Sports Memo. She's doing some great work on she has some great stuff on the premium side she wants to tell you about tonight, and she's got another free winner. If I'm not mistaken, you've won 6 straight free winners on this show.
I have.
6 straight free winners. Guys, if our free plays win like that, what do you think our premium plays can do for you? Let's go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico. Dionne, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. As a lifelong sports bettor, there is nothing better than starting the week off with a moneymaker. And that's just what I'm going to do for you today in baseball. Get my MLB Monday Moneymaker for just $9 over at Sports Memo and start your week off with a win because today is $9 Monday over at Sports Memo. And today's free play takes place in the AL East. The Toronto Blue Jays host the Baltimore Orioles in game 1 of this series, where just 2.5 games separate these two teams in the AL East. If you've been following these two teams playing the over, you've been making money, as it is 6-3-1 in the Orioles' last 10 and 6-4 in the Blue Jays' last 10. Today, Kyle Bradish and Yusei Kikuchi are scheduled starters. Bradish is just 1-4 with a whopping 6.42 ERA. And in 2 starts against Toronto this season, the right-hander is 0-1 with a 7.45 ERA. Versus the AL East, the over is 4-0 in his last 4 starts and 6-0 in his last 6 starts after scoring 2 runs or less in the Orioles' previous game. Kikuchi, he is 4-6 with a 5.13 ERA. And in 4 career starts against Baltimore, the left-hander is 1-3 with a 6.14 ERA. Excuse me. In the last 26 meetings between the Orioles and the Blue Jays, the over is 18-5-3, and in the last 7 meetings in Toronto, the total has gone over 6 times. Here's some stats for you. It is also 5-2 in the Orioles' last 7 played on the road, 4-1 in the last 5 versus a team with a winning record, and 8-3 in the last 12 overall. Furthermore, it is also 5-1 in the Blue Jays' last 6 when their opponent scores 2 runs or less in their previous game, and 16-6 in the last 22 versus the AL East. I can go on and on and on with stats for you. So you know where I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. I am going over 9 for today's game.
First lady of Las Vegas is over 9, Orioles Blue Jays. And guys, she is killing it. Killing it. All over the leaderboards. She's won 6 straight free games here on the show. I got to tell you, I just love seeing D'Amico's name up in lights. I'm proud of you. You're doing great work. Follow the First Lady of Las Vegas. You know what? Follow her for one of these great discounts. Or go right in because the early bird college football discount is going to end soon. Follow her. Finished number 2 last year. And I got a feeling it's going to be between me and her this year for college football.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Either that or I get a divorce. Now, anyway, sports fans, we're going to go to the newest member of the Sports Memo family. We're very excited. We're honored to have him here. You may know him from his long work with FanDuel. He does some great stuff. I went back and looked at some of his old videos, and I got to tell you, he is amazing, as entertaining as he is informative, and we're very lucky to have him here. Before he tells you what he's excited about on the premium side tonight in the next few days, and gives out a free winner for you in NFL season win totals, let's go to Moneyline Matt. Moneyline Matt, tell us a little bit about your background before we go into free plays and premium plays, please.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I appreciate you guys having me on the show. It's nice to meet everyone, get my feet wet with the Sports Memo crew. But a lot of how I got started into sports gambling in general, it was me working in a warehouse at IKEA. A guy gave me my first sports gambling book and gave me the hotline number to press 5 for the 4-star play of the week, everything like that. And from there, I progressed into DFS, actually, daily fantasy slates at Central Michigan University. I became a DFS pro pretty quickly. I played with a team called Win Daily DFS and slowly, started climbing the ranks with DFS. And once I heard sports gambling was going legal in Michigan, that's when I made the jump full-time to sports gambling. I opened up a sports page called Detroit Sports Bettors. Some people may know me from there. And what that page was is I basically organized that page all off my picks and plays, NFL, NBA, UFC. I gave free content for a year, grew the page to around 10,000 members, and kind of took off from there, and then got picked up by the FanDuel Sportsbook show and everything along those lines. So do have a long history with sports gambling, DFS, advanced analytics, statistics, things of that nature. And again, very excited to be with the Sports Memo crew. And my premium picks are coming this Tuesday. I'm going to have an NFL future for you, which I absolutely love. I've been raving about it all year long. And for my UFC fans, I do cover the UFC as well. I will have a UFC fight on there to go with it. So definitely take a look out for that. Really excited to be starting with the $2 Tuesdays. And now getting into my free pick, which is going to be the Seattle Seahawks under 6 wins. And one thing I want to say before diving into the Seattle Seahawks under is when you're taking unders and you're looking at these teams, you need to look at their end-of-year schedule and think to yourself, will this team want to win down the stretch? And with the Seattle Seahawks, I definitely say no. For one, their early season schedule, starting off with the Broncos and the 49ers, it's going to be very tough. They have the Saints. They have the Chargers. They play the Rams twice. They're in one of the more difficult divisions. In addition, with the Seahawks, they traded longtime quarterback Russell Wilson, who was a captain and heart and soul of that team, and he is now replaced by Geno Smith, who, started a couple games last year because Russell went down. But other than that, when's the last time he started? And now he's backed up by Drew Lock, where if Drew Lock is getting beat out by Geno Smith, I don't think that's a good sign. And because of that, I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to be gearing towards getting one of those top quarterbacks in Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. Okay, now Geno Smith is under that helm, but he has one of the worst offensive lines in all of football to go with it. So he's not going to get a ton of protection for their wideouts in DK Metcalf, Lockett, Noah Fant. But then when you go to the defensive side of the ball, it's just as bad, if not worse. They have one of the worst defensive lines in all of football. They traded away, again, another captain in Bobby Wagner, who was middle linebacker, heart and soul of that defense. So not only are they going to struggle on offense, they're going to struggle on defense as well. They play the 49ers twice. They play the Rams twice. They play the Cardinals twice, even though I'm not as hot on the Cardinals this year. But all in all, they have a very difficult schedule for a team that's not going to want to win games. They end the year with the Rams, the Chiefs, and the 49ers. So again, I think they're going to have a rough end of the season. And because of that, I am on the Seattle Seahawks under 6 wins. And I actually have them going 4-13.
Wow, it's great stuff. What a great breakdown. Wow, you really blew me away here, Moneyline Matt. We really appreciate that. Sports fans, if you like what you hear from Moneyline Matt, and guys, I got to tell you, I know you like what you hear. Go follow him. He's going to be putting some games up on the Sports Memo website. He's making his sports handicapping documented, like putting picks out debut. But this is a long time coming because he does such good work. You could just tell. I mean, not even the tip of the iceberg. That breakdown, that analysis was top notch, and it's great stuff. Guys, follow Moneyline Matt. You know, you can take advantage of some of these great customer appreciation discounts over at Sports Memo. Follow him now before, I'm going to tell you now, before he starts winning and to start the season off and those prices go up. They pay for themselves in no time right now with these early bird discounts. Matt, that's great. Would you stick around to the end of the show?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Love this guy. I love him already. Pisses me off. Can't we get some ugly guys on this show? Man, I got to bring it every day. I got to make sure my makeup.
That's why they don't come on, because they're ugly.
Right. Yeah, they don't come on. They don't come on because they're ugly. She made me snort. I'm sorry. That's funny. Like, she made me snort. That's how you know I'm really laughing. They only do radio. We had a couple when we were doing the CBS radio show. We had some guys that come on and said, "Do you video it? Is it on? Goes on social media?" I said, "No." Okay, I'll do the show. And they walked in. It's like looking at the sun. You're squinting. Good thing those were done in the morning because I couldn't have had lunch and look at them. Guys, we're gonna go to the man, the myth, the legend. Jesse Schule is known as the Iceman, but one thing for sure, during the summer he heats up a lot. And he scorches bookmakers. You know, he's one of my best friends in the world and one of my favorite people in this business. As I say all the time, he is as entertaining as he is informative. He went 8-0 over the weekend in premium releases, off the charts. I've got to tell you, though, but July and August every year, he kills it. And then he has had some NFL seasons that were unrivaled. I know he's very excited about preseason, but I know that in a few more weeks, we got college football at the end of the month. We have NFL starting next month. And this is the time of year you really need to jump on and follow a guy like the Iceman, Jesse Schule, because you could start your season with a bankroll. He wins all the time. You start your season with a bankroll. You progress with Jesse as the season progresses, and your denominations will start rising, and your profits will start rising as well. Jesse's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. I mean, he's all over the leaderboards.
I mean, 8-0, come on.
8-0. Oh, my. Could go 9-0, Jesse. Oh, darn it. We love Jesse, guys. He's going to tell you what he's excited about on the premium side tonight and over the next few days. And he's going to give you another free winner because he's killing it on the First Family Show with his free plays. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Joe. I won't have to do any bragging after you did it all for me, but I will mention that I do have 2 plays up for $9 Monday. 1 soccer and 1 baseball. But let's get right into this football projection for the Washington football team. What are they calling themselves these days? I believe it's the Commanders. Okay. I'm taking under 8 wins for Washington. Washington actually has the easiest schedule based on opponent winning percentage of any team in the league this year. The problem is, as Ross alluded to, opponent winning percentage doesn't factor in improvements to other teams. And in the NFC East, the other teams have improved. The Giants had 2 first-round picks in the draft. Philadelphia's got the number 1 ranked offensive line in football. And, you know, the reason why Washington fans are bullish on their team this year is because they picked up Carson Wentz. I'm not a big Wentz fan. If you look at his stats, I'm not convinced that Wentz is an improvement on Taylor Heineke. Last year, Wentz threw for 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks on 62% passing. Heineke threw for 3,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions on 65% passing. Now, I think those numbers are quite similar. Of course, the TD to INT ratio is not that similar. However, you got to factor in the fact that Wentz was playing behind a far better offensive line and handing off to the NFL's leading rusher, where Heineke didn't have that kind of talent to work with. And I will mention that after I had already told Joe that I was going to be picking this under, I was reading in Outkick.com this morning a story about Washington's president, Jason Wright, threatening a reporter, Scott Abraham, for asking Wentz about being consistently inconsistent and asking him, is this your last chance to prove that you're a starting quarterback in the NFL? I believe that's an honest question, to be fair, and apparently he has really struggled in camp. The Commanders, you know, like I said, I think when you look, you go down their schedule, playing the Eagles and the Giants and the Cowboys isn't going to be as easy as it was last year. I really don't think they're going to improve on last year's 7-10 record. So I'm going under 8 wins for Washington.
The Iceman cometh, guys. Jesse the Body Schule says under, and the Commanders under 8.5. Great stuff, Jesse, as usual. And guys, you can't get better than 8-0. That's what he is over the weekend. And I'm going to tell you now, the last few months he's been killing it, but that's just par for the course. Every year during these months, he kills it, and then he brings you into football season with a bankroll, and that's just where you want to be. So follow Jesse. You'll be following all the way to the bank. Jesse will be right back, guys. Let me tell you, it's that time of the show. Adjust the volume on your computer, your tablet, your phone. I don't care. I'm going to tell you now because I am excited.
I know, because you've been,
because I don't need a Viagra.
You're making me lose my train of thought.
See what I do? 22 years, I still do it. I still mess her up. That's good stuff.
But you're all over the leaderboard also in all sports. I mean, you're like killing it. You're 4-0 in preseason. You're killing it in baseball. I mean, you're like on fire. I mean, you're like.
And yet I don't need a Viagra. Guys, sports fans, it's true. Whether it's the last 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, my MLB releases, I've been getting you paid as I've been a fixture on the leaderboard in both profit and winning percentage. I passed the last few days in baseball. Guys, I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. If I'm not betting, I can't ask you to bet. I'm in this with you. I told you. I'm not a general in the back going, charge, go get him. I'm a staff sergeant in the trenches, blood and guts and sweat and mud all over me with you. And I won't put a play out that I don't friggin' bet myself. I walk it like I talk it, guys. I'm telling you right now. So I passed the last few days because I didn't love anything. Well, I love something today. Well, I love her. I really like something today. I have my MLB Grand Slam play, which are on a 9-2 run. Over the last 4 years, they're documented at over 75%. Get on this proven winner. Make your money. Hit a Grand Slam. I have this game available right now at Sports Memo for $9 Monday. $9. Also, number 1 in NFL preseason right now, 4-0, 100%. Last year, 7-3 here on the premium plays, and another 6-0 on free plays every year. You know, I don't even know how many number 1s I got in preseason football. Guys, you can receive all of my NFL preseason winners right now at Sports Memo for just $69. Now let's get into Joe D's free play. I'm excited, guys. For today's free play, let's go to the NL matchup as the Padres visit Lone Depot Park for game 1 of the series with the Marlins. My friends, in all sincerity, neither team is really hitting the cover off the ball. Coming into today's matchup, the San Diego offense has accounted for 3 runs or less in 6 of their last 10, while the Miami lineup is struggling even worse. They've accounted for 3 runs or less, get this, I double-checked it, in their last 15 straight outings. 15 straight, 3 runs or less. That's just horrible. These two teams have met each other 4 times in 2022 as 3 of the matchups have gone where? over that total. Think you know where I'm going with this. Taking them out today, Joe Musgrove, Sandy Alcantara. You know I love that name. Musgrove, who leads the Padres starters in ERA, has 15 quality starts in his 20 appearances this season. He sports an ERA of 2.91. Alcantara, I love that name. Who is one of the NL leaders right now to win the Cy Young Award this season. 10-5 with a 2.01 mark on the campaign. As a matter of fact, he has 17 quality starts in 23 outings this season. Both pitchers have had enormous success against today's opposing lineups. In 4 career starts against the Marlins, the San Diego righty, 3-0 with a 2.19, and in 2 lifetime starts against the Padres, the Miami right-hander, 1-1 with a 1.54. The under is 5-1 the last 6 meetings in Miami. I know it's a low total, but a win is a win to win. I'm not scared of it. You shouldn't either. The Marlins, Padres, under 6.5. I like it. Take it to the bank. I think I'm 5-1 my last 6 on the show. Let's bring the paddle back. We've got a couple of announcements, and then we're going to head on out of here. Hi. Stop feeling my leg. Anyway, guys, don't forget, later today, the Full Count Show. That's our MLB betting coverage show. We come to you live, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be hosting. Joining me, the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson, and the body is back. He's doing a double duty today, Jesse Schule. So tune into that before you make any of your final MLB betting decisions for the card today. Also, Dionne, we got some discounts. What's the first
Don't forget, today is also $9 Monday over at Sports Memo. Any capper on the website, $9 Monday. And also take advantage of that preseason discount, NFL preseason discount, just $69. No code needed for that. And we also have a 30-day all access, just $189. All you have to do is use code FF30 upon checkout. And tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is $2 Tuesday. We have 3 amazing handicappers. My hubby, who is all over the leaderboard in every sport, along with Teddy Covers, and making his $2 Tuesday debut, Moneyline Matt. So make sure you get all of their $2 Tuesday plays, or you can get all 3 for just one low price of just $5. You cannot beat that deal.
Sports fans, real quick, we need your help. Hit that subscribe button. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm telling you right now, we will make announcements by Monday about the fall schedule. We're going to do some great content here. When you hit that subscribe button, you get hit with an alert telling you, hey, Sports Memo has got a show coming on. You're not going to want to miss any of it. A few other things real quick. Dionne?
Yes.
Stop feeling my leg. Anyway, let's run down today's free plays. Jesse, Ross. See, stop. You're messing me up. Ross, who had to take off. He had a nude modeling shoot someplace in Pago. He's got Tennessee Titans under 9.5 wins. Dionne, what do you have for everybody?
I am going with the Orioles Blue Jays over 9 today.
Moneyline Matt.
Seattle Seahawks under 6 wins.
Way to go, Jesse the Body.
Washington football team under 8 wins.
I love him. Gotta love him.
I like the under.
You're sexy and savory host. You always make me laugh. Padres, Marlins under 6.5. My friends, the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at Sports Memo. We each post tons of free content on the Sports Memo Twitter page. Go follow the Sports Memo Twitter page. There's free content. There's futures. There's odds. Eric Pauly and myself, we write columns. Guys, go there. Please follow us. You could also follow our cappers themselves. Dionne, tell me about that.
You can find Ross over at Ross Benjamin 1. You can find the Iceman at Jesse Schule. You can find newbie Moneyline Matt over at Moneyline__Matt. You can find myself over at the First Lady of Vegas and Joey over at Joe D'Amico Wins. And then don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for some more special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Ross, Jesse, Matt, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
To everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.